it honestly hasn't registered like what just happened. It was that much fun. I felt like that was our best offensive performance of the season on all cylinders. O-line was blocking their tail off. Deuce running the ball well, receivers catching the ball. We were just firing on all cylinders. And could just feel the aggressiveness of Coach Klein's play calling. And like you guys know, him and I are we've been on this journey for a long time together. And I was just so excited to get out there and go play for him just because we know each other so well, and the flow of the game, I knew what he was going to call before we called it. And he just kept us attacking by his play calls. Didn't allow us to take our foot off the gas at all. And it was just so much fun. It flew by, but it was a special way to end it for sure.
What was that like holding up that trophy with Coach, and just what were some of the thoughts that were going through your head?
Perseverance. There's a lot that went into that, and a lot of stuff behind the scenes that nobody saw or was a part of. It was just, a lot of work I put in outside of things and in the treatment room every day that gets very old and tiring and draining. There's so much that went into that, and throughout my 6 years here, it hasn't always been perfect. I could have left. I could have walked away from the game after tearing my pec. But that's not how I roll. I was raised to, you start something, you finish it, and give it everything you got, and let God take care of the rest. And holy smokes, I couldn't have drawn up a better way to finish than tonight.
You talked about being aggressive. You guys took the ball to start the game, which has not been what you typically do. Did you feel any extra pressure there, or do you want the ball?
We want the ball, man. That's the way we're built on offense. And when Coach Kleinman came up to me and Noah during the walkthrough today and said, if we win the toss, we're going to win it. We're going to take the ball. Let's go. That's our mindset. Coach Klein, this whole prep is, hey, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to be smart. We're going to take care of the football, and we're going to keep our foot on the gas. So when we got the ball, we knew it was time to go.
Deuce, what's this guy meant to you?
So much. Just from the 2 years that I've been here, on and off the field, the type of man that he is, I mean, the influence that he's put on myself, it's going to be something I carry for a very long, long time. He's going to be somebody that I call a friend for a very, very long time, and somebody I'll never hesitate to call or text anything beyond football. And, man, just the impact that he's had on my life over these past 2 years, and like I said, on and off the field, is something I'll carry with me for a very long time.
Skylar, did you check out of anything tonight?
What's that?
Did you check out of anything tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that was part of our game plan going into this. What we want to do more of is controlling the tempo and keeping the defense on their heels. And you saw us get in the huddle, you saw us get up and turbo and go fast. You saw us double look. I mean, we did a whole bunch of different things. It keeps the defense on their heels, allows them to not get set up in pressures, allows them to not realize what the down and distance is to where they can sit on the sticks. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. Coach Klein was helping me with some of the checks, and some of it was on my own. But like I said, a lot of the times when we checked something, I knew by the look we were getting what Coach Klein was going to check, and I think that's just very helpful for me, just to reinsure that I'm seeing it correctly. So it was great for us.
What was your best throw of the night?
Probably say that Dover route to Phil there in the second quarter. I knew it. Pre-snap, it looked like it was going cover 4. They rolled down to cover 3, and I'm throwing off the free safety between the post and the deep over. And they panic dropped out of there, the backer did, so I knew I had green grass to throw it to and just put some air on and let Phil go make a play, and he made a great catch.
You kind of passed the torch on to Deuce here, after this game. What's maybe your advice to him, or what's he meant to you, and, those types of things? Yeah,
well, I'll tell you what. Take it back to the COVID times, we were getting together for a 7-on-7 at Annenberg Park in Manhattan. And it was when Deuce first got on campus, and after our first workout, I texted Coach Anderson and was like, hey, we got a special one here. I could just tell by the way he attacks his work on a daily basis, his football IQ is through the roof. And from day one, I just felt like him and I have been on the same page. There's a lot of stuff we do with Deuce that it's completely an option route that is just get open. And based off what the defense is doing, I knew most likely what he's going to do before he does it, and that just allows us to play fast and make plays. And what I love about Deuce, I would say that if he wasn't sitting by me, but what I love about him is he's had so much success, and he's the same person every single day. He's all about K-State. He's all about being a Wildcat. He puts his teammates before himself, and that's what K-State's all about. And you know, like what he said about me, I'm gonna have his back. I'm gonna support him every step of his journey. I know the future's bright for him. He's just getting started. He's just scratching the surface to what his ceiling is, and there is no ceiling for Deuce.
Deuce, how much does it mean to you to win a game like this in your home state against a team like LSU?
It's pretty big because LSU's a team you watch growing up. They're a blue blood school. They just won a national championship a few years ago, and to get the opportunity to play them in a big-time bowl game back in Texas, and to have the opportunity to play with these guys, like this guy sitting next to me again for the last time, and then to come out on top is big time in the regard of, man, you're playing against a top-tier team, and you're getting to do it with your brothers. And that's why it was so big tonight.
Skylar, kind of a two-part question for you. How tough was it to see Landry go down right after that big catch, and then the resiliency of you guys still going to score more touchdowns?
Man, I'll tell you what, Landry Weber is a definition of Kansas State football. Talk about a guy that will put his back on the line for anything, no matter what. If it's filling up water bottles, taping somebody's ankles, I mean, you ask Landry Weber to do it, he's going to do it. And that's what I've always appreciated about Landry. He's been a great teammate. He's always supported me. And once again, he's the same person every single day. He works his tail off so much. He's faced his fair share of injuries too. And I mean, the way that he responded back this year after the surgeries he had was phenomenal. And that just total credit to his work ethic and what he puts in every single day. And to see him go down like that, man, it broke my heart, because I knew for me how much this game meant to me, my last game here, and for something like that to happen to a senior, and I knew how much it meant to him, it broke my heart. But what I love too is you see him on the sideline, he's rooting on his teammates, he's uplifting, and it's at halftime talking to him, he's like, go win it, and I'm, don't worry about me, and you got my support. So I mean, he's a special one.
Deuce, like Skylar, could you feel the offense playing a little bit more aggressive today with Colin calling the play?
Absolutely. Just from the tempo as well, getting up to the line quick, checking some things depending on what the defense was giving us, and just kind of that was like the mentality. And Coach Klein told us before the game that if you see something on the field, speak up. Tell your position coach, and he'll get back to me, and then that's how we're going to dictate how we play this game. And that's when the aggressiveness came. It came from us relaying back to our coaches and them really giving us the driver's wheel in a sense, and then come back to the sideline, and then Coach Klein doing what he does. And, man, he called a great game tonight.
Skylar, what was K-State Nation like today?
Special. I mean, just the timing of our game being on a Tuesday, knew it made it hard for people to travel down here and support us, but man, it was loud. I mean, it wasn't full in there, but it was rocking, and it's just it's so special, just being part of this football program and the support that we have from our fans. They're the most loyal in the country, and I love it. I love them. They give my heart to them all, and it's a great way to finish, great way to go out, and their consistent support for me, after I tore my pec, man, I had 50 letters. I mean, roughly. I mean, I don't know exactly, but just the amount of people that wrote me and told me to keep my head up and that better things are ahead of you and to not give up, and that just means a lot to me, and I cherish those things so much.
Skylar, so much of your story is about, perseverance, and Coach talked about how this team didn't waver when things got rocky. What does it mean to see this team go out like this in the season on such a high note after everything you've been through this year?
Yeah, coming into the season, we came up with 4 core values: discipline, commitment, toughness, and be selfless. And that's what our program is built off of. And our senior class has done a great job, and leaders on our team have done a great job of implementing those values and holding people accountable to them. And that's ultimately what changed everything. Is it doesn't matter, win, lose, highs, lows, because the fact of the matter is, it's football. You're going to face adversity. There's going to be times where things don't go your way, don't go how you draw them up. But you stick to those 4 core values, then we're going to be successful, and that's what we've done.
When you went down against Baylor, did you think a night like tonight was possible?
Yeah, 100%. I knew my time wasn't done. I knew I had a pretty severe injury, but that it was manageable to get healthy. And my ultimate goal was to be healthy for this game and to go out on my terms. You know, that was my biggest goal. Is I want to walk away from this on 2 feet standing and giving it everything I got and get a bowl win. This is my first win. You know, we won the Cactus Bowl, but I don't really count that for my starting credibility. But this was a big game for me to go out, and I wanted to get Coach Kleiman his first bowl win, and it's huge for our program. It's huge.
Scott, I know there's a lot to choose from, but did you have a favorite moment out there where you're kind of looking around and being like, yeah, this is what I wanted?
Probably looking up and seeing my dad. You know, my mom wasn't able to make the trip because she has to work tomorrow, but I can only imagine what she was like watching the TV, you know. But my dad and my little brother, he's missing basketball practice, probably have to do a couple extra suicides, but he didn't care, you know. Like that to me, I'll tell you what, it means the most to me. And my dad, my father, has been everything to me. Him and I have been through thick and thin together. And I was at, you know, high school. We were driving all over the country to go to camps, go to, you know, visits, and my dad was driving me everywhere and exhausted. But he was willing to do anything and sacrifice anything for me to do something like this today, and to just see the gratitude on his face, and share that moment with him. You know, I can't put it into words. I love him so much. I love my family so much, and it's been a special ride.
Deuce, what opened up things for the running game?
Just the aggressiveness in our play calling. I feel like the passing game opened up the running game a whole bunch as the game went on. This guy right here making plays, and our receivers making plays, our tight ends making plays down the field. It really allowed them to kind of have to say, okay, like, man, we got to watch out for the pass. And then our O-line, the way they stayed committed to the fight. That's a really good defense over there, even though some will say they're depleted. That's a really good defense over there. And for them to stay in the fight like that and to keep winning the line of scrimmage, and things started to open up as the game went on.
I know
How
it's
much
still.
patience did you have to show to be confident things would open up?
Absolutely, you have to be super patient. That's always as a running back, because you're never gonna pop off 80-yard gains every single play. You're gonna have to take your 2, your 1, your 0, and your 5, your 6, and then whenever it hits, you have to have that calm and coolness to be able to hit it and not be frustrated with how the game has been going. And that's when you start missing stuff.
I know it's just
Last one here.
very, very fresh right now, Deuce, but as you look back on your body of work this season, what are you most proud of?
Just the fact that, I mean, of course, doing that was a big time dream of mine to play like this this past season. But man, when I look back, it's all about the guys in the locker room. Really, to be able to do it with that type of special group of guys is why I came here. Coach Kleiman told me that we're going to build a culture and bring in guys that are going to really say what K-State is, and to be able to do that and them help me get to the point I am right now, man, that's over. I can't even put into words how thankful I am for everybody in this program and for them bringing me in.